Now Jessie's going to demonstrate the one-arm dumbbell row in a couple of different variations. One of the most important things when you're doing the dumbbell row is to make sure that you're getting some good shoulder blade action. So you want the shoulder blade to actually glide and retract over the rib cage while you're rowing. It doesn't have to be two separate movements. It can be nice and smooth, but what you don't want to see is you don't want the elbow to come back past the shoulder. That causes the shoulder to glide forward and can irritate the front of the shoulder. So every time Jessie's doing this movement, no matter what position she's in, she's prioritizing pulling with that shoulder blade, keeping the elbow close to the body, and not letting the shoulder come in front of the elbow. So the first one she's going to do is the one-arm dumbbell row where her hand is touching the bench. This is sometimes called a 3-point dumbbell row because she has 3 points of contact, both of her feet and her hand. So she's going to pick up the dumbbell. She's going to do just what we talked about. She's going to pull that shoulder blade back and retract, keeping the elbow in line with the shoulder and keeping the core nice and stable. You'll notice a little bit of movement through her thoracic spine or her upper back. That's totally fine. She's not twisting through her lumbar. Good. And if she feels like she needs a little bit more support, she can come forward and do the same exercise, but with her knee on the bench. So her knee's supported on the bench. It's the exact same movement, except for she's just getting a little bit more support. That's great, Jessie. Good job. Good, and you can rest for a second. If you get further along in pregnancy, as you can see, Jessie's 26 weeks. She's not super far along, but she's also not very big. It's her first pregnancy. If she were farther along or if her belly were bigger, she might want to not be in this position where she's bent over and there's so much kind of stress and strain on the core. We call it the hands-free mama position. So if you're in a position like this and you feel like you don't need your hands to support your core, you're probably in a good place. So if you were active before, if you had a strong core, if your belly's not very big, you might be okay to be doing those front-loaded positions a little bit further along in pregnancy. Generally around 3rd trimester, you should stop. But for Jessie, she's in the middle end of her 2nd. So she's going to show you what it looks like if you were further along. If being in this position was giving you too much pressure, she's going to elevate herself so she's not parallel to the ground, but rather at more of a 45-degree angle. Good. You'll notice she's staying nice and stiff through her core. The only thing that's moving is her upper back, and she's rowing that weight back. The shoulder blade's gliding along the rib cage, and you can relax. Good. And so those are our 3 variations of the one-arm dumbbell row, where just your hand is touching the bench, where your knee is on the bench, and then where the bench is elevated so your torso can stay a little bit more upright.